Good morning, everyone. This is my guidepost, my thought for the day. It's based on a poem that I wrote back in 2019, and it's called The Dust of Your Soul. Buried deep within the marrow of your bones are your answers and your calling, the way to find your way home. For no one can save you, you must on yourself rely. In the dust of your soul, you'll find the how and why. For each life is a blessing to the universe, the all. So no one needs to feel insignificant or small. For through each one, a little more of the plan's revealed. And more than that, you must be in your place so that the rest of us are healed. Your life and mine are sweetness, their honey and their dew, the manna sent from heaven to turn grey skies into blue. The Lord of life sent his miracle when you were given birth. The dust of your soul is valued more than gold is worth. This is a poem of celebration. This is a poem of taking into consideration for each one of us how really important the fact that we are alive really is. There are many voices off that tell us that we're nothing, that we're insignificant, that we don't matter. And yet the poem celebrates the dust of our soul. It's like on the quantum level, below your DNA even, that which makes you a physical being. When all that just ground away to dust, your soul is still intact. And the dust of your soul is just a poetic expression, saying there's something that seeds the DNA. There's something behind the physical that is spiritual, that is of a different dimension to the one that we call reality. And within that dimension, you and I were sent forth with a very particular gifting, skill. We are people who are sent, I believe, as an expression of the divine. We are divinity clothing humanity. You'll hear me say that many times. That we are something of God in human form. We are not the ocean. We are a bucket with the ocean in it, and we're only as big as our bucket is. So we're only as spiritual as our spirit grows. So we're here to grow and to become more than we were when we got here. It's a lifelong service to God, a dharma. So you need to get in touch with this dust of your soul. You don't need to look outside of yourself for the answers. You need to look inside. You don't want to look to others to save you. If you're looking outside of yourself for someone to come and wave a magic wand and make it all right, it's not what's going to happen. Your answers are within. And that's why it's such a lovely thing to do, to be a life coach, because I help people discover who they are. They've known it all along, really, but there's that much noises off, they call it, on a stage production. There's that many noises off in our lives that we forget. We forget who we really are. And for some of us, in this human life, we've never really known who we are because we've been too busy paying attention to other people. and to what's going on around us. We need to take that time to look inside. What's the message of love that you've been sent here with? What's your talents? What's your graces? What's your gifts that you can bring to the world? You're on a mission. You didn't come here by happenstance. There is a deliberate reason why you were sent, why you agreed to be here, and you will never feel fulfilled. This is the sad truth about most human lives. This is why people live the life of quiet desperation. If you never actually answer the calling that you were sent here with, if you don't fulfill it, then you can never feel completely at peace with yourself. Maybe there's something very beautiful inside you that not just you're missing, which would be important enough, but the rest of us are missing. Each life's a blessing. Each life's a blessing. You were sent here to be a blessing. And yes, there are times when we do need people to come along and point out the grandness of who we are, the amazingness of who we are, and to reassure us that this is a common problem. You know, we all struggle with this exact same thing. But you're not insignificant. You're not small. You do matter. And as we all go up the scale of growth, as we resonate on a higher frequency each day, we help each other to do the same. When you see someone progressing in their lives, and you don't see it as a challenge in the sense that they're showing you up, but they are saying, come on, you can do the same. You can be more than you are right now. When you see that in the people around you, and especially if you're with them, they can help you, and you can help them to continue that path, that journey. And then, isn't it the case that as you're walking in the hills, you get to the top of one hill and then you see there's another hill ahead? And that's what life's like. You know, you don't just get to the top of one hill and go, I'm here. It's okay, the journey's back down into the valley and back up the other side on another hill that's even higher. It's a journey. Life is a journey, and you have a place in that journey in my life and in the lives of others, that if you're not playing full out, we all miss out. And then as you get to the top of those hills, in your hillside walk, a little bit more, you can see a little bit further, a little more of the plan has been revealed. And as you do that, we can all be healed. And as I do that, I can help bring healing to others. It's sweetness. Life is sweetness. Honey, the morning dew, manna from heaven. That's what our lives are. They're beautiful. They're really special. And we take our eyes off that beauty and that specialness at our own peril, because when we don't see it, the ego comes back in and says, I want, and demands things. And then lots of lives are put into places of sadness. But that's not what I want. The poem is not focusing on that kind of energy. It's focusing on the sweetness, the honey, the dew, the manna sent from heaven that you and I are. And that you're the miracle that was brought to birth. And when you get right down to the very bottom of your life and mine, that dust of the soul, that thing that seeded this human life, that non-three-dimensional part of you, that higher self, that what I've called poetically the dust of your soul, That's to be valued more than gold. I'm going to read my poem again, and I'm going to wish you a lovely day. And I do hope that these morning inspirations, these guideposts, are of help on your journey. The dust of your soul, buried deep within the marrow of your bones, are your answers and your calling, the way to find your way home. For no one can save you, you must on yourself rely. In the dust of your soul, you'll find the how and why. For each life is a blessing, to the universe, the all. So no one needs to feel insignificant or small. For through each one, a little more of the plan's revealed. And more than that, you must be in your place so that the rest of us are healed. Your life and mine are sweetness, they're honey and they're dew. The manna sent from heaven to turn grey skies into blue. The Lord of life sent his miracle when you were given birth. The dust of your soul is valued more than gold is worth. Namaste.